Hello, I'm Fernanda Abdulnoor, a student here at Trident Technical College in the Media Arts Production program. And today I have the pleasure of interviewing Mr. Gerald Mackey. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me, Fernanda.
Please tell us some of your contributions to the Palmer campus and the Eastside community.
Under my leadership, we were able to grow the curriculum and the enrollment at that campus. We went from having students being able to take courses at both Palmer and the main campus in order to get an Associate of Arts or Associate of Science degree, where they could take all of their courses there to get that degree, so they didn't have to go back and forth between two campuses. We also moved toward getting full-time faculty at the campus. Before that, we had a lot of adjunct professors, and we wanted some full-time presence there. So we were able to work with the department heads, the deans of the various divisions, and the vice president of academic affairs to try to get some full-time faculty members stationed there permanently. And those things are still in effect to this day.
It's not only helped the students, but also the faculty, so thank you.
You're welcome.
What does the recognition of being a pillar of Palmer mean to you?
Someone has recognized and appreciated the growth and the sustainability that I put in place at the campus and saw those as significant contributions. So it means a lot to me to be considered a pillar. Certainly will go down in history for Palmer campus for myself as well as Trident Technical College.
Definitely. Why do you believe it's necessary to be a contributing member to the college and community's history?
I think we all are responsible for making our workplace as well as our community better. And whether that contribution is through contracted services or volunteerism, it's incumbent upon us to work hard to make our workplace as well as our community better than we found it.
What do you believe is your most important legacy for Palmer campus and for the community?
Well, I don't know whether I've left a legacy or not. As I said, I just worked to build on what my predecessor had done and to improve the campus. I would think that if we can define it as legacy, that would be my legacy.
Well, thank you so much for being with us today. It was a pleasure having you, and thank you for all the contributions you made as a pillar of the Palmer campus.
Thank you very much, and it's been a pleasure being with you this morning.
Thank you.
All right.
Hello, I'm Fernanda Abdulnoor, a student here at Trident Technical College in the Media Arts Production program. And today I have the pleasure of interviewing Mrs. Mary Edwards. Thank you for being here with us today.
You're welcome.
Please tell us some of your contributions to the Palmer campus and to the Eastside community.
To the Palmer campus, I was there for many, many years, almost 30 years as a counselor. And I think some of my greatest contributions was working with the students and guiding them, helping them to set goals as far as their careers and their academic and personal issues. I also volunteered in various things that we had at the college.
Thank you for your contributions, and also as a guidance counselor, you play a very important role for all the students, so thank you.
You're welcome.
What does the recognition of being a pillar of Palmer mean to you?
It means a lot. It was, as I reflected the first day or so that I heard the announcement, I was just thinking, wow, you know, this is really nice. It felt like a natural thing, again, because that's the way we sort of was raised. We always volunteered, and so at Palmer, at Trident Technical College, I worked with the Clemente program, which was, you know, it helped a lot of students in the community. The theatrical part of it, the arts, and it was just very important to continue to do that.
And it recognizes all your hard work too, so.
Yes.
Why did you believe it's necessary to be a contributing member to the college and to the community?
Well, being involved means that you are part of the solution of something. You're creating, you're making something better, as opposed to just having problems and not knowing how to fix them. So it's really important, even if you don't always get your way and around the table, whatever is going on, you need to be involved in order to make things better.
What do you believe is your most important legacy for the Palmer campus and for the community?
I would say lifelong learning, being in an environment where you're always learning and instilling that in students. Whether I was teaching a college skills course or counseling a student in study skills or whatever the subject was, it's just, you have to want to be in it in order to be excited about it and to get positive results.
Well, thank you for all your contributions you've done to the Palmer campus and to all the students. Thank you for interviewing here with me today.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Fernanda Abdulnoor, and I'm a student here at Trident Technical College in the TV Media Arts program. And today I have the pleasure of interviewing Ms. Susan Williams. Thank you for being here with me today.
Thanks for having me.
Please tell us some of your contributions to Palmer campus and to the East Side community.
Well, I have actually been teaching at Palmer for about 20 years, so I've been there a long time.
What does the recognition of being a pillar of Palmer mean to you?
I am very honored to be a pillar of Palmer, and particularly to share that spotlight with Gerald and Mary and the three directors of the East Side Community Association. All of those people have been there for all of these projects, and I have felt from the beginning of my time at Palmer that it was a very special place. It's always been a real community, a family. It's evolved over the years from being sort of an outpost in the middle of what was then a really dangerous neighborhood into being a real state-of-the-art campus. I have met so many wonderful people there, but Mary and Gerald really are among my most valued colleagues and friends. And so just being in the same package with them is important to me.
Okay. Why did you believe it's necessary to be a contributing member to the college and to the community?
Well, I can't imagine being at a college without trying to find some way to bring something special to it. But Palmer had the great advantage of being sort of self-contained. It was fairly obvious that we needed to reach out to the larger community. I think the community itself has changed and the problems it faces have changed. I certainly have never seen myself as a social worker, but I do think that what you can do when a neighborhood is changing as rapidly as the East Side has done is to make people find the stories, make people aware of the lives that have been lived there over the years. And that is probably the most important thing that I could do for my students, really. And I think that the college has benefited from all of that involvement in ways that we never foresaw back when we started that project.
What do you believe is your most important legacy for Palmer campus and for the community?
Well, I hope it's a sense that that the community outside the gates is worth studying and worth reaching out and knowing. I think part of our efforts have had to do with preservation, but not so much preservation of buildings as preservation of memory of what people's lives have been like, and a sense that you don't just go through the gates and park your car and then leave again.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for all the contributions you made to the Palmer campus and to the East Side community. It was a pleasure interviewing with you today.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Fernanda Abdulnoor, a student here at Trident Technical College in the Media Arts Production Program. And today, I have the pleasure of interviewing Ms. Carolyn White. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you.
Please tell us some of your contributions to the Palmer campus and the Eastside community.
I'm a past president of the Eastside community. We've had meetings at the Palmer campus, and also that helped us to disseminate information from Palmer to our community through the meetings.
How was your experience?
It was a good experience. We didn't have a place to have meetings, so we had meeting at the Palmer campus. And afterwards, when we started getting things going, getting the ball rolling in terms of getting the building together, then we moved over to our building.
What does the recognition of being a pillar of Palmer mean to you?
It's an honor because when I first started going to Palmer, even before that, the area did not have a good name, and I thought, well, maybe there's something I can do about that. I came from the military, and I started taking classes, and I thought that, well, it's not as bad as it is. So to be honored is a great thing for me.
You said you were in the military, so I would like to thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Why did you believe it's necessary to be a contributing member to the college and the community's history?
It's great because, number one, we have history there. Everybody does not know about Trident Tech and what it's doing. And I think that sharing the information means a lot. And, people know what's going on there.
Of course. What do you believe is your most important legacy for Palmer campus and for the community?
I think the most important legacy is the use of Palmer, the community. Palmer sharing information with us, sharing the history with us, and also having the different kinds of people there,
Well, thank you so much for being here with us today, Mrs. White. Hello, I'm Fernanda Abdulnoor, a student here at Trident Technical College in the Media Arts Production Program. Today I have the pleasure of interviewing Mrs. LaTanya Gamble. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you.
Please tell us some of your contributions to Palmer campus and the Eastside community.
Well, as far as Palmer campus goes, I advocated for the GED program to go to Palmer campus. We wanted to eliminate the stigma of students returning back to school or adults returning back to school for just getting a GED. And Palmer campus has done a great job with integrating those students into their courses. So kudos to Palmer campus.
Yes.
Also, we advocated for Palmer campus to work with the elementary schools.
Oh, wow.
We thought that was very important so that they can see the resources that's in their community. Another thing that we did, we advocated for Palmer campus to be at those college fairs at high schools, because we think Palmer campus is an asset to our community, and we thought that not enough people know what you guys do. And so if you're at those college fairs, we could get some of those students to stay right here at home and take advantage of that valuable assets. As far as community, we advocate for cleaner streets. We wanted our parks to be safer. We were instrumenting in getting our organization to be a nonprofit. So we're very proud of those things, and We hope you are too.
We definitely are. And those are great contributions, not only for the college, but also you mentioned the elementary schools and high schools, so that's great. What does the recognition of being a pillar of Palmer mean to you?
Well, I guess for me, it means that Palmer recognized the value of community. For a very long time, people come into our community and don't see the beauty of our community. So by being recognized, it shows that Palmer is a very valuable partner and realize the importance of community.
Why did you believe it's necessary to be a contributing member to the college and to the community's history?
Because it's a resource to our community. I mean, our children are our future, and we have to invest in that. And there are many adults that would like to return back to, college and feel that it's not a viable thing for them to do. But by knowing how to do that, it becomes an asset for all involved, not just children, but the community as a whole.
What do you believe is your most important legacy for Palmer campus and for the community?
For me, the GED program. So many people drop out of school and think it's the end of the world. And for them to do that GED program and see how successful it's becoming, I'm very proud of that. Also for them to reach out to high school students and do that
Yes.
college high school thing, I think that is a great asset. The dual credit is another asset to the community. So I think all those things are a step in the right direction for people of humble means to get where they need to go.
It's great. Thank you so much for interviewing here with me today, and thank you for all the contributions that you and Palmer campus have done as a whole.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Fernanda Abdelnour, a student here at Trident Technical College in the Media Arts Production program. And today I have the pleasure of interviewing Ms. Taika Grant. Thank you for being here with me today.
Thank you.
Please tell us some of your contributions to the Palmer campus and the Eastside community.
I have participated in the Eastside Day with Palmer campus. I co-chaired Eastside Day a couple of years ago, and I'm a past president of Eastside Community Development Corporation.
What does the recognition of being a pillar of Palmer mean to you?
The recognition of being a pillar is very exciting. I'm very honored and privileged to be honored by Dr. Liu and her staff at Palmer campus, and I hope that we can continue the partnership in our community.
Why did you believe it's necessary to be a contributing member to the college and to the community?
It's necessary because it takes a village to raise kids, and I do believe that Palmer campus has truly contributed to supporting our community on the east side. When you have great partners that partner together, I think that it helps the community be successful citizens.
Okay. What do you believe is your most important legacy for the Palmer campus and for the community?
I think the most important legacy would be continuing the partnership, continuing partnering with all of our neighboring schools and community, and continuing Eastside Day.
Well, it was a pleasure interviewing you today. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Fernanda Abdelnour, a student here at Trident Technical College in the Media Arts Production program. And today I have the pleasure of interviewing Mrs. Marvetta Daniels. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Please tell us some of your contributions to the Palmer campus and to the Eastside community.
Some of the contributions that I've made was initially the partnership between Trident Tech and the community was established under my presidency. And so with that, we, in conjunction with the Preservation Society, worked to name the 7 stars of the community, and those were buildings or historical markers that we kind of chose to highlight, and some of those were within our community. So I worked very diligently with trying to establish historical markers and bring about an awareness of the contributions that came to this city from our community.
What does the recognition of being a pillar of Palmer mean to you?
I'm honored. I'm humbled and honored because I really felt like I'm doing just what I was supposed to do, and that was giving back to a community that had given so much to me as a young child. And so I was not in search of being recognized for being a pillar. I'm honored to do so, have been so, but I just wanted to give back to a community that gave so much to me as a young child.
Thank you. Why did you believe it's necessary to be a contributing member to the college and to the community?
Before the Palmer campus building existed, it was C.A. Brown High School.
Wow.
And it was a school that I attended. And so I was the last class of that school before it closed down. And when Trident Tech established their organization there, their building there, the connection was present for me. The moment that I walked into the front doors and the entryway of that school still had the appearance of my old high school, there was an immediate connection and a love for the school. And so for me, that school represented what C.A. Brown represented for the community. It was an establishment of higher education for the community that existed within the walls of the community, to make our community aware that the opportunity of higher education was still locally present. And I think that's imperative for our younger children to see, that there's a starting point, an elementary school, a kindergarten school, and an institution of higher learning that's all comprised within the community where they live and reside and play. So it's fundamental to have that there.
Yes, definitely. I feel like having the elementary, the middle, the high school, and then progressing towards the college, it definitely brings the students a connection, and it makes them want to be there more. What do you believe is your most important legacy for Palmer campus and for the community?
The legacy that I think is so important to me is the partnership. The partnership of the Palmer campus and the community, the support that we render to one another, having the support of the Palmer campus in terms of programs, in terms of participating in events that the community put on. That's my legacy, and to think that that still continues and will continue for a lifetime, I feel is a really great legacy for me.
Well, thank you for all your contributions, and thank you for being involved in this community, and it was a pleasure interviewing with you today.
Thank you so much again.
Thank you.